you have an SP404, what's your favorite feature of that SP404? What's up, everybody? This is Dayson Civil of Civil Days Music. Just want to talk real quick about the SP404. Want to give you a couple things that I really like about the SP404. One, I'm going to say it's a compact size. Of course, you can see my hand. I can cover pretty much the whole SP404. It's compact. A lot of people, when they look at it, it feels daunting because there's so many menu options. You have to do a lot of menu diving to get a lot of things or access a lot of features. But what I really want to say is that once you really take the time to learn and dive into those features and it becomes muscle memory, this thing right here is a beast. I have to really tell you that this is a beast. I love the way you can chop in here. All you do is like hold shift and go to chop. Your sample comes up just like that, and you can chop into your samples. You can, use these buttons and do different things with the chops as far as whether you want to truncate, you have other options and things you can do. Manipulate your samples any way you want. So it's not as tedious as you think. Once you really dive into it, you'll see that, man, it's phenomenal. I love the ability of going in and looking at your samples and getting your samples. It's something that's really cool when you can go in and just access the samples immediately and pull them up. I'll give you another thing, that this USB port right here, oh man, it's phenomenal. You can MIDI with the USB port. You can have power with the USB port. Not only that, with this USB port, you can sample from just the USB. And that's one of the cool tips about using this type of device. So one of the things that I really like about this is the USB port and the ability to be able to MIDI, not only MIDI, but to record sounds, as well as to use it as a power supply device. Or you can, connect USB devices to it so that you can supply power to it as well. I also told you that I like the chopping feature, the ability to go in and chop and truncate and normalize samples and structuring your songs. Another feature that I really love about this, you have the record mode. So you can record. So let's say I'm in pattern mode, and while in pattern mode, I hit record, and as you can hear, it's clicking now. And if I hit it again, as we're recording, what'll happen? Let me play a pattern real quick. So go in pattern mode. I play this pattern. Turn it down just a bit. This is one of the first beats I made in it. And the sample that you hear in the background actually is coming from my kit. This is the Bon Appetit kit. So make sure you go out there and get it. It's got a lot of sounds you can use. It's one of the reverse samples. Shameless plug. Anyway, so when you go into pattern mode and you hit record, it's waiting to record. So every time it goes back, I have a 2-bar measure. If it goes back to the first part of the measure, it's going to start recording. But you can hit rehearsal, and then you can rehearse how you want your samples to go, as long as you go to a different pad. But let's say you go back and you make a mistake, So let's say you make a mistake, right? If you make a mistake, you hit the delete button. When you hit the delete button, all the pads light up. And all you have to do, if you're in the right one, all you have to do is press those pads. And when you press those pads, you can actually delete the recording that you made or the mistake that you made. So that's one of the real great things that I really like about it. And then getting out of menus and it's so easy. You just hit escape and then you're out of that menu, which is really cool, So it's really easy to use once you dive in. And I recommend you go to the Roland, not just the Roland website, go to the Roland Cloud YouTube page, get a brief tutorial on how to use everything. But believe me, mine are coming out soon. I'm going to work on it. You know what I mean? You'll get an overview of how to use this device. Of course, it still has amazing effects. The Sub Pad is great, because you can use that to do different features. I've seen a lot of people, if they were playing drums, they would kind of use that to like double up on their drums and things of that nature. So I really do like that about this as well, because some of the things still hold true to it. But everybody does the stutter effect, but the effects in here are amazing. I don't think anybody can touch the effects on this type of device. RC20 tries to simulate some of this stuff. Akai tries to simulate some of this stuff, but I mean, the effects on here are amazing. And I haven't even dived into everything about it, but I really like this piece. I was asked a question, would I choose this? If I had to make a choice, would I choose this over the MPC Live 2? And I said, man, that's a hard choice, because I really like the MPC Live 2, and I like the workflow on the MPC Live 2. But I gotta say, this and the MPC Live 2 together is a combination that you need. You know, they offer software synths and the software, which is something that's pretty good. So you can use that as a VST. But if you just wanted to work in this boy and, you know, sample chop. So let me put it this way. To me, my opinion, these are for sample-based producers. You can be original in here as well. Man, my man, Very Sick Beats, you know, he had a great tutorial. And with his tutorial, I'm going to go to this last pad. He basically teaches you how to put a bass line in here. And you can play this in scale. You know, you can play by your ear. But I learned that from Very Sick Beats. You know what I mean? And I don't think he gets the credit he deserves either. Very Sick Beats should have a Roland sponsorship. You know, he got all of them. You know, he be working it out. Using the USB-C, when I actually sampled in the keys, using the USB, after I sampled in the keys, then I was able to chop everything up. So I chopped those up. I've used this in other songs. So, but I got that from the one of my synths. I just sampled the synth. So it's powerful. I mean, this little thing is powerful. I'm telling you, I really like this. And I'm just scratching the surface when it comes to this device right here. And I'm going to dive into it and learn more and more. I'm sorry, I'll be watching Mace and Cameron. I wanted to say pause so bad. But this is a real good product. So you're going to see me I'm going to try to drop videos every day. Remember I talked about strategy and things of that nature? I think this is it right here. This is a real nice product, real good product. I love the effects. I want to learn more about it. You know, I really just used the other one for effects. I made, you know, my intro song. I kind of made that from this, but not this device, the SP404A. But getting back to it, some more things that I really like about this: chopping samples, being able to put them on the pad. Another thing I didn't talk about is mute groups. You know, you hear how the samples don't chop or don't cut over each other. If you hold down let me look for it because I'm looking at it weird. I think it's pad 8. Yep. If you hold shift and mute groups, you can go to the different mute groups. All you have to do is tap the pad, and then you can go into mute groups and learn more about the mute groups. And then when you want to get out of a field, you just hit the escape button. You know, this is a really, really, really good product. And you know what I love most about it? It's portable. If I wanted to go to the park, like walking my dogs and stuff like that, then I can pull this out and I can start working with this. Or like y'all saw me in the kitchen. I was just in the kitchen. I had this going, hooked up to my Bluetooth speaker, and no, it doesn't do Bluetooth. I just had the Bluetooth speaker plugged into the jacks in the back, which I love the jacks. That is not the tinier ones. Now you have the 1/4 inch, which is what I really like. Really cool. So that's it. And you know, the effects on here are very good. The ability to just go in and adjust sounds. So, you know, something just as simple as if I wanted to add samples, I would hold shift and pad 14 for utility, and then you get that comes up right there, and you can just pop that in and do different things with it. So it's a really good piece. It's a really good piece, and I really enjoy and really like it. You know what I mean? Really cool. So that's my 5 things I kind of like. It's probably more than that. So it's the chopping of samples. It's the USB-C port. It's the ability to import samples. It's the ability to, you know, like make patterns and delete patterns at the same time. And those are the things that I really like. So everybody, if you like this and you like this channel, you want to see more content like this, tell me what you like from the video. Also, let me know if you have an SP404, what's your favorite feature of that SP404. And if you like these, check these other 2 videos that you see up here. I'll see you again. Everybody have a great one. Peace.